Having difficulty
Present.
here.
Yeah, it's really hard to hear.
I can't hear anyone except Ligia now.
Oh, you got to turn on the mic.
I did.
Us. Peter. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, good. I didn't hear anything till now.
I know,
Okay.
me too, we were confused.
Okay. Trustee Zuniga.
Present.
Okay, there we go.
Did you want to, if I'm here?
Trustee Land,
Present.
Trustee Dwyer.
I'm present. Thank you.
Okay, I'm present also. Thank you. Okay. Let me do I think our Pledge of Allegiance got left off the agenda here, but is it here? No, it's not on mine.
Next page. Next.
Oh, here it is. I see it. I got it. I was looking at the wrong page. Let me do Pledge of Allegiance. Could the superintendent lead us in that?
Yes. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. This evening, we do have our Spanish interpreter for the meeting this evening, Enrique Montaldo. For those who would like to attend the meeting virtually in Spanish, that option's available. Enrique, would you please communicate that for us this evening?
Buenas tardes, tenemos a nuestro intérprete de español para la reunión de esta noche. Para aquellos de ustedes que quieran asistir a la reunión en español, esta opción está disponible. Gracias.
Thank you very much. If you would wish to view closed captions for this meeting, please view the meeting on the San Mateo Union High School District Board Meeting YouTube channel. The link to the YouTube channel can be found on our website. You can view the captions in English as we live stream our meeting tonight. And you can view the captions in a variety of other languages if you choose to watch after this meeting has ended. Viewers may request additional accommodations by calling 650-558-2201. In closed session this evening, we had a special ed settlement. In closed session, the board, upon the motion of Trustee Griffin and seconded by Trustee Land, moved to approve 2 special education settlements by a vote of 5-0. So this is a public meeting of the San Mateo Union High School District Board of Trustees. If you are joining us in person and wish to make a comment about an agenda item, or during the public comments section at the beginning of the agenda, please fill out a request to address the board form and submit it to the secretary. This form should be given to the secretary before the agenda item begins. If you are joining us virtually, use the raised hand feature on Zoom to be recognized. When invited to do so by the board president for each item on which you wish to comment, you will be admitted to speak as a panelist during your public comment period. The board president will call on you. Please note that comments are limited to 3 minutes. The board president may increase or decrease the time allowed for public comment, depending on the topic and number of persons wishing to be heard. So do we have any public comments on non-agenda items this evening? Okay. Are there any board comments this evening? Looking around. Okay. Hearing none, seeing no raised hands. Oh, trustee Zuniga, I see a raised hand.
Thank you. Yes, I wanted to first acknowledge that we are on traditional territory of the Métis Ohlone people, who were the original inhabitants of the San Francisco Peninsula. I also wanted to again stress for people to continue to wear their masks when they can, and to get vaccinated. It is National Immunization Awareness Month, and for all immunizations. So it's just important for everyone to stay healthy and to protect each other. Also, I wanted to mention that since the Bay Area has been moved to the low green COVID levels, there still are cases though that are somewhat high, but they are not being reported because a lot of people are testing at home. So again, continue to wear your masks and continue to socially distance yourself from people, just to protect everybody that would need to stay healthy. Well, everybody should stay healthy. So thank you. There's also, just like Trustee Hanley said, there are a lot of different accommodations that can be given to people or granted if they need them. At the beginning of our agendas, there's always a little blurb that talks about what type of accommodations you can receive. So please look over that if you need something. The ACLU, the North Peninsula chapter, is looking for youth volunteers. So if you're interested, you can go to the North Peninsula ACLU chapter website. It's a really great opportunity for young people to get involved in civil liberties, and it's totally nonpartisan. And if parents and families and teachers and our board, I encourage everyone to join the San Mateo County Board of Education meetings as well, as they have a lot of great information across the county in regards to our schools. And one of the last things I wanted to acknowledge was Aiko. She holds wellness, mindfulness sessions on Tuesdays and Thursdays for all staff and people in the district. Please take advantage of that. I was able to participate this week, excuse me, and she's fabulous. They're really great people also that join, and it's such a good experience, and it's very helpful with mindfulness and staying, stress-free and things like that. So that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Any other further comments? Okay, I'm moving on then. No communications to the Board of Trustees this evening. We do have one recognition. There is a proclamation recognizing September 15th to October 15th, 2022 as National Hispanic Heritage Month.
Thank you.
This is an important month for us. We do have a significant presence in the district of people of Hispanic heritage. We want to recognize that.
Thank you, President Hanley. So I just want to make a few comments with regard to National Hispanic Heritage Month. Tonight, we bring you a proclamation for your adoption. And I want to say up front that I understand its name is problematic.
The proclamation is to recognize September 15th through October 15th of 2022 as National Hispanic Heritage Month. This month is recognized by numerous federal and state institutions to pay tribute to the generations of Latino, Latina, Latinx Americans who have positively influenced and enriched our nation and society. We know that words matter, and that to many, the word Hispanic is offensive for a few reasons. State and federal government agencies have historically used it as a blanket term when we know our population is more nuanced and complex. It also propagates the legacy of colonization in the parts of the world where many of our students come from. We wanted to recognize this month as we feel it is important to celebrate the heritage of our Latino, Latina, Latinx community. And so we use the term Latino in the body of the proclamation, as this term is preferred in our district. Our staff continually call out injustices and are extremely thoughtful about word choice. Some even have petitioned the state of California to change the label Hispanic to something more reflective of our population. So with that, we bring a somewhat imperfect proclamation to you with the full intention to recognize, honor, and uplift our Latino, Latina, Latinx community.
Trustee Land.
I just want to say thank you to Superintendent Booker for doing that and bringing that to our attention, because that is the one thing that I think members of our community, of the Latinx community, really have trouble with and struggle with. So to bring that up was very important. And I know our school district and the members of our school district feel very strongly about that. So thank you very much. And I'm glad we are honoring the National Heritage Month because there's only a few that the nation has honored. And I'm glad that we are recognizing it.
Thank you. Is there a motion to approve this proclamation?
Also move, but
Wait, I have a comment.
Trustee Zuniga.
Thank you. Yes, I echo what Trustee Land said. And I also, aside from it, it's great that we're doing this proclamation, and this is important. But aside from that, we need to remember that we should celebrate each other all year long. And I want to make a call to action to please, support our local businesses that are people that, that are of the Latinx community or Latino community. Please support our students, our clubs, support initiatives and ballot measures and candidates that are there to create some true social change when it comes to putting our community at the forefront and elevating the issues that plague us every day, highlight and celebrate the wonderful things that people have done and continue to do, and join different events, learn, educate yourselves on things that you don't know about the Latino community, Latinx community. There are a lot of really great things that people don't know about that aren't in the history books. The San Mateo County has a lot of great pioneers from our community that have created great just influences in this area. So please, it's also a call to action aside from the proclamation. Thank you. Thank you.
Trustee Griffin.
yeah, I just have a quick comment. I got to take my mask off so I don't get hoarse by the end of the day. I ran into the Hispanic issue with a dear friend of mine who I've only known like 60 years, and I was trying to explain to somebody, and and she really took me to task over it. But I do want to, it's my pleasure to recognize Latinx Heritage Month. And, and there are a tremendous amount of contributions that state of California is pretty well built on. There's made a contribution to the culture and the fabric of our economy. One thing I will say, and, I've always got to see the other side of this coin. We need to do a much better job of serving that community, because, that is where the largest portion of our underserved population is. And while we're bestowing proclamations and doing all of that, and I know we want to facilitate change, but I really think we need to focus on improvements if we really believe all we're saying about this proclamation. So Thank you.
Thank you.
I think I made the motion. I don't know.
Okay,
Second.
okay. So
Second.
we have a motion from trustee Griffin and a second from trustee Land. Trustee Griffin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Trustee Zuniga,
Yes.
trustee Land,
Yes.
trustee Dwyer,
Yes,
and I vote yes. So that proclamation is approved 5-0. Thank you. Moving to the consent agenda. Does anyone wish to pull any items from the consent agenda this evening?
I move approval.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion from trustee Dwyer, a second from trustee Land. Trustee Griffin, how do you vote?
Aye.
Trustee Zuniga,
Yes.
trustee Land,
Aye.
trustee Dwyer,
Yes,
and I vote yes also. So consent agenda is approved. Regular reports, report of the superintendent.
Thank you very much, President Hanley. So really been a fantastic several weeks into the district. Visited every single school site, had a fantastic, really heartfelt meeting with Peninsula High School staff yesterday. Been getting to connect with students. Got to watch the San Mateo High School marching band this morning, practice out on the field. I know sports are off and running. Clubs are off and running, student activities. We've had dances, you know, all the things that feel like school. So it's been really fantastic to partake in that. I mean, the last time that we were all together, school had just started and we were just getting into the swing, and now we're really into the swing. As you can probably tell with like traffic and things like that, drop off and pick up. So it's been a fantastic start. Got an opportunity to have lunch with the Cappuccino science department and connect with them and to learn more about Cappuccino and their programs and their needs. Been able to sit and watch teachers teach, which has been so much fun. So with all that said, I have three main points I want to make tonight. One is to acknowledge and observe we have Labor Day coming up. It's every year on the first Monday of September. And, you know, our next board meeting is until September 15th. So I wanted to recognize it now. It's observed on Monday, September 5th. This is the day that celebrates the American labor movement and the contributions and achievements of the American worker. I'm so grateful for the contributions of our workforce in this district and the strong partnership we have with our unions. I look forward to nurturing this relationship and our work together, moving forward to support a working environment that allows all educators to share their unique talents in providing an outstanding education to our students. So I thank and I applaud all of our educators, our partnerships with our union, and just recognizing this national holiday that's coming up. Secondly, we are in the midst of planning for San Mateo High School's 120th year celebration. Those plans are taking shape. The event that we're going to hold to celebrate is going to take place on October 8th. We're gonna have a lot more information about this coming out, so this won't be the only time we mention it, but October 8th at the Performing Arts Center and the San Mateo High School campus from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. And we'll include historical slideshow, tours of the campus, performances by students, and a lot more. I hope everyone joins us and just pay attention to email and social media and all that as we continue to kick out more information. Lastly, the board had asked that we provide a brief staffing update. You know, this has been highly discussed in the news in the sense of across the state of California, across the nation, teacher shortages, all those kinds of things. Now, with that said, we'll be coming back to the district, to the board, I think sometime in October to give a much more thorough presentation on our staffing, demographics, all of those kinds of things. So that's to come, but just very briefly tonight as part of my announcements, you know, we have a total of 576 certificated employees across the district. We have a total of 596 total classified employees across the district. And I think what the board was really interested in is where, you know, do we have vacancies and where do we stand with our vacancies? So as of August 25th, we have a total of 27 classified vacancies. That doesn't necessarily mean all full-time. It's actually not. There's a lot of part-time positions and things like that. And so, every day we are whittling down that number. And then lastly, we have 0 teacher vacancies at this point. And we have 1 administrator vacancy as of this point. So we're doing really strong with regard to teacher and administrators. We have some work to do with regard to classified program and recruitment there. So we're continuing to work on that. And like I said, as we come back into October, we'll do a much deeper dive into demographics and locations, sites, and all of that. So thank you very much.
Okay, thank you for the update. Report of the District Teachers Association representative.
Hello, everyone. Hello, President Hanley, Board of Trustees, district leadership, and community members. For those of you new to our space, I'm Rachel Lauderdale. I'm the Teachers Association Vice President and a teacher at Hillsdale High School. The first few weeks has started differently at each school site, but it seems the common thread is a positive and excited energy from students and educators. And although we're still facing COVID-19 infections and the resulting absences, it feels like there's a pre-pandemic enthusiasm as we're another year separated from Zoom school. We hope the district continues to follow the county guidelines and keep the safety of all stakeholders at the forefront of their minds and actions. Tomorrow is the deadline for caseload and class size across the district to meet the collective bargaining agreement requirements. We know that creating the master schedule is a delicate and complicated dance, and we're confident that the requirements will be met by tomorrow. We're also excited to announce that our Teachers Association grant program successfully supported 5 educators to purchase units to help them move over on the salary schedule. Our grant program reimburses members for learning that is district approved so that they can be compensated to the highest level on the salary schedule. And we look forward to continuing our grant program this year and hope to work in collaboration with the district's teacher induction program to help some of our newest members. Additionally, we're looking forward to starting our social justice and equity committee meetings early next month to continue our work towards equity and anti-racism. The committee is a collection of students and educators passionate about investigating district and school practices and policies and hopes to make them more equitable and anti-racist. We will start the year focused on hiring practices and hope to work with the district to continue the search for more diverse, highly qualified educators. Thank you so much, and thank you for the time. And I hope to see you all in person soon, since so many of you are there in the district office.
Thank you for your report. Next is the report of the CSEA Chapter 519 representative. No report this evening. Report of the San Mateo Adult School Teachers Association. Okay. If they come in later, let me know and we can go back. Section M, special reports and appearances, enrollment update.
So at our last board meeting, it was the Board of Trustees requested that we provide an enrollment update. Now, what we're going to provide tonight is a brief overview. Typically, what we will do is come back in the month of October after what's called Census Day and give a much more in-depth report of enrollment, site, demographics, all of those kinds of things. But I've asked Mr. Scatena to come tonight to give a brief overview, and he has a slide deck to present as well.
Okay, great.
Good evening, President Hanley, Board of Trustees, and District Cabinet. Just going to do a brief enrollment update. This is as of August 19th. So these are the includes withdrawals, things of that nature. I will say that the sites are working on no-shows, making sure that students who have not arrived, checking on those families. We typically would do a drop at around 8 to 10 days in. If a family has not shown up and we have not made communication with that family, we take it a step further. We will do home visits to see if the family is residing where they're living. And so just so you know that these numbers likely are slightly higher, but we're talking probably there's maybe 20 to 25 families that fit that criteria across the district. So what you're looking at here is you have our approved February capacity and staffing on the far left side, and then our CalPADS numbers from last October. So that'll give you an idea of our general increase. in the second column, actual campus enrollment, which I want to make sure we understand the difference between that and actual enrollment. So campus enrollment is that would subtract independent study, that would subtract middle college students from the overall numbers, that would subtract e-college students, and then and so that's what you see there. On the far right is the actual enrollments. That's our overall enrolled students in the school and all programs. And so probably the number that you're most interested in is looking at our CalPADS numbers from October, which is 9,032, and comparing that to our actual enrollment. You can see we're down about 100 students, 104 to be, excuse me, so 104 to be exact. And so we projected a little over 200. So I think compared to our projections from the previous year, we're probably 100 better than we projected at this point. And I think that's an important note. We projected probably about 250 to be down. That's what we presented back in February, March. And we did say that, these numbers were going to be based on many factors, the economy, families going to private schools, things of that nature, and families, moving out of the area. So generally, looking at our numbers there, comparing the adopted staffing, we are actually doing pretty well. You'll probably ask why a staffing number at Burlingame of 1440 and then the actual enrollment is 1518. That includes a variety of special programs in those numbers. So there's not actually on campus that large of a number. And so understanding that is important. But again, middle college students are included in these numbers, independent study, and other special programs. Lance.
Trustee Land.
So only question I have is, which one do you use for capacity when you're looking at the capacity of the high school?
Great question. We use the actual enrollment because the students stay enrolled. So if you have a student who is, for example, I'll use middle college because I'm very familiar with that. If you have a student who's enrolled at San Mateo High School and they're a middle college student, they are in the overall enrollment numbers for that school site. Now, they get an adjustment to their numbers on their staffing sheet. So the staffing number is slightly lower because we give an adjustment to that staffing number.
Is the only other question I have is there any school that is over capacity at this point based on the actual campus enrollment? The campus enrollment one.
Right. So that's a great question. So when we have new students, the best example is this. We have a new student, a new family who walks in the door, and there's only one school in one grade level where right now I cannot 100% guarantee that student's going to be able to go to that school, and that's Hillsdale's freshman class. And that is more because of how the housing structure is. You have to sort of have a perfect number in the third. And I think you all know and understand that. And so that's difficult to sort of predict. And so there is sort of a cap. We have worked toward sort of making sure we can move some students off of the wait list in order to accommodate residents of Hillsdale. I think we were able to accommodate everyone, though.
Thank you.
Moving along, you can see what our projected, another interesting projected numbers of current enrollment by school. These are freshmen only. So what our projected freshmen and what the current enrollment is as of August 19th, you can see what would have been projected. We don't really do project, we do school-wide projections, and then we have roll-up numbers. You can see what the actual increase is. I will point out a bit of good news. Cappuccino is quite a bit higher than we anticipated.
Mills is also over
Yeah.
a little bit
Yeah.
too.
And Aragon over 45. Yeah.
And Aragon, I think that can just, it's the
Transfers.
Yeah. And then finally, our intra-district transfer. it's actually not a bad idea to present this now because not much these numbers will not change much between now and October. So this is our intra-district transfer, school choice program. You could see the requests. It doesn't really delineate out where they're going. We will do that in October. But we did share that back in February where a lot of the requests were coming from. You can see the numbers granted. The numbers granted and declined. That is a family who was offered a transfer, but they declined the transfer. So we do count that as someone who's accommodated. And then finally, who's denied. And denied just means they're still on the wait list. Okay, so we still have 104 families waitlisted for a variety of different schools.
Not bad.
Sorry, that's a great question. It's 104 students because there could be siblings, twins on the list who have lower numbers. So I'll say 104 students. Okay, and any questions?
I already asked mine. As always, nice job.
Thanks. That's
Thank
helpful.
you.
Okay, thank you. No construction this evening. Moving on to Division of Human Resources, approval of personnel actions.
Yeah, we have personnel actions and addendum with one recognition. Cynthia Morgan, Instructional Assistant 1 at Mills High School, submitted her retirement effective the end of the day, August 31st. And Miss Morgan has been with the district for 17 years and 11 months.
I move approval.
Motion to approve personnel actions.
I move approval.
Second,
Okay, we have a motion from trustee Griffin, second by trustee Land. Trustee Griffin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Trustee Zuniga,
Yes. Yes. I vote yes.
I'm not hearing trustee Zuniga.
She said yes.
Luther. That was a yes? Okay.
Yes.
Oh, yes, I heard that. Thank you. Trustee Land,
yes.
trustee Dwyer,
Yes.
heard that. And I vote yes.
Good.
I vote yes also. So that's approved 5-0. San Mateo Union High School District Staff Wellness Program, increase of eco commuting incentive.
Yeah, so the district initiated an eco commute incentive for employees approximately 5 years ago as part of our employee wellness program and in line with our sustainability efforts. The incentive has been $150 for any employee who walks, bikes, takes public transportation, or carpools to work 25 times in one school year. Our wellness facilitators, who represent each of our school and work sites, have recommended an increase to the incentive to $200 per employee. For your reference, last year we had 102 employees reach the 25 eco commute mark. And the hope is that the slight increase of 200 will incentivize more people to achieve that mark this year. So we recommend an increase in the eco incentive to $200 per employee.
I move approval.
Second,
Okay, has it been 150 for 5 years?
Yeah, we've never changed it. Yes.
Oh, okay.
It started out as 150.
so
Inflation.
hypothetically, if I chose to ride my bike to every meeting, would I qualify?
Okay.
No. No.
I wouldn't, I don't want the money. I just want a certificate or something that says, good eco commuting.
Of course. Yeah, no problem.
I don't think we
The
have
most
25 meetings.
eco-friendly board member.
I'm not riding home on the back of your bicycle.
Sorry, I was just joking around. but
I'm just kidding. I am too. I'm joking too. Sorry.
Okay, we have a motion from trustee Dwyer, a second from trustee Land. Trustee Griffin,
Yes. Yes.
trustee Zuniga,
Yes.
trustee Land,
Absolutely.
trustee Dwyer,
Yes.
and I vote yes also. So that's approved 5-0. Memorandum of understanding between San Mateo Foster City and San Mateo Union High School District.
Yes, it can be a challenge to recruit deaf and hard of hearing teachers. Fortunately, our partner district, San Mateo Foster City, has a teacher with capacity, and she's able to split her shifts between the two districts. This MOU will provide Stephanie Tomzik the authorization to work half-time at San Mateo Foster City and half-time in San Mateo Union High School District for the deaf and hard of hearing students in both districts. And the MOU is for the school year and includes mileage reimbursements as needed.
I move approval, and I think this is a really so beneficial to our district and to San Mateo.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion from trustee Dwyer and second from trustee Zuniga. Trustee Griffin,
Yes.
trustee Zuniga,
Yes.
trustee Land,
Yes.
trustee Dwyer,
Yes,
and I vote yes. I also think this is a great idea. We're fortunate to be able to do this. And I believe that this is about the end of the agenda.
Can we do T?
Anything under T, requested board items?
So I'd like to revisit or just get an update on what we're doing with the county and Gateway and what's happening there. So if we can get that sooner than later, that would be great.
Okay,
Thank you, trustee Land.
I didn't hear what that was.
She just agreed with
Oh,
No, I said
okay,
thank you.
okay, okay, great. Okay. This is the earliest we've ever adjourned that I can remember, seriously. But
good night from Seattle.
You're gonna
okay,
get to bed early tonight. Congratulations.
thank you. We should make this a habit.
Yeah.
I'm going to adjourn the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Okay.